Yeah, so hello everyone. My name is Johan. I'm one of the developers at VAXPATH, working with the Advancing Vaccine Research Group here at Duke Code Plus. And today I'm just going to be talking about more in depth about how to use our tool as well as how to navigate through each web page. So when we click on the link, it'll take you to the home page. To see here, it will give us a brief description of what the website does, like what it's supposed to do, as well as some of the key features, like with our tool, especially like our tool, we're able to visualize lineage trees, able to do mutation and annotation, do sequence comparison, for example. And there are like two ways to get to the tool page, either by clicking on the tool button here in the navigation bar, or press the get started button here, as I would do here. Now it'll take you directly to the tool page. Here, we're going to be showing you the visualization tool first, which is here. See up here, we have to upload three different files. So mainly we're going to be uploading a NOIC file, which would help generate and visualize the lineage tree. And with NOIC files, it will contain like the labels, like the branch length and the parent-child links. And then here, as of right now, we can upload two different text files, and these text files typically are processed, meaning um, for these text files, it will contain the antibody as long as its mutation and its associated probability. In the future, we will implement an armadillo, which is instead of uploading two text files like I have currently, we'll upload a FASTA file and we'll use the armadillo tool, and then we'll just generate the two processed text files, which each separated by a heavy and light chain. But as of right now, we have two text files, and then once you upload those files and click on show tree, it will automatically generate the tree and visualize it for you. Here, there's different tree layouts. So this is the clay layout, dagger layout, and then cola layout, which basically just makes it more spacious of the tree. So like clay, for example. And see here, like what first do the edges, they're labeled based on branch length. And then each node is color coded based on its tree, based on the tree depth. For like the root node, which be the uncommon ancestor, and it will uncommon mutated means unmutated common ancestor. I meant it will have its own color. Then it will when its children or its descendants will have their own color based on the tree depth. And you see here, the visualization is interactive, like we can move around the nodes. And but the main important feature is that when you click on the node, it will showcase the mutation annotation, which will contain the mutation along as it's color coded based on its mutation probability. See here, when you click on different nodes, it will showcase the annotations. And let's go dagger. And then below here are all our features for the annotation. So there's two different modes, one for selecting the nodes or the antibodies, and one for selecting mutation. And for each one of these modes, and you can type in the node or the mutation based on using the drop-down menu or through a search box. So if like drop-down, you click on the drop-down, it will give you the drop-down menu options that are available for this system. Click on I2, and it will directly take you, it will definitely display like the annotation for I2 on the annotation panel. So it will show the name of the antibody that you selected, as well as the ancestral pathway for the antibody you selected. For this instance, with I2, its ancestors are I3, then I5, and then the unmutated common ancestor. And here are all the mutations that are annotated. So it's divided into heavy and light chain mutations. And for each one of these mutations, they're color coded based on the mutation probability, as you see with the legend below. And then other features that were added is that we're able to showcase the annotation for the ancestral pathway for the node that I selected. So again, I selected I2. So it will show me the pathway for I2 right here, as well as ancestors. So its ancestors I3, I5, for instance. And then you can have the option to highlight the ancestral pathway using the orange button. It will highlight the nodes on black. It'll be black just to make it more visually appealing. And there's also an option to just show only the scroll pathway of what you select, of the node you selected. This is it's going to show me the tree, the pathway of to get to I2 again, and you can again like you could switch different tree layouts, and then if you want to get back to the original form, you just press the restore full tree, and it will generate back to original form. And here is the show all annotation, which basically shows based on the Newick and your text files that you uploaded, it will showcase all the antibodies and its annotations, like showcase the mutations and their probabilities in this instance. And do another example for search. Let's do one of the bottoms like DH, which is 70.5. For example, again, it will display the mutation annotation for the node I selected, able to see the annotation of the ancestor, as well as highlighting the pathway and showing the pathway as well. And now as for the mutation mode, it's similar to the select node mode, but instead of selecting like the antibody, you select specific mutations that you're interested in. Like, this is an example, and it will showcase all the antibodies that have the mutation. For instance, it will going to show all the antibodies that have the F101C mutation. See here. Again, and just like the select node mode, you can able to highlight the pathway of all the nodes that have this mutation, or only showcase the nodes that have the mutation here available as well. And you can restore to its original form. And let's let another example, like 83. We can highlight again, and we can only if you want to just see the those that have this mutation, then you press on the show only mutation. And this is all our features for the visualization tool, but we also create the bar highlighter tool, which basically similar to the visualization tool, you can upload a new file to generate and visualize the tree. So we can use another example, and then you can upload one text files that again similar to the other visualization tool. It will contain the the antibodies as long as the mutation is associated probabilities. And then here is the highlight, and it's basically type in the mutations that you're interested in. For this instance, I might be interested in A24T. Now I press on plot tree, it would generate the tree here, and it's labeled based on the branch length. And one of the like differences, key features are the bars here. So basically, the yellow, at least you can read from the legend, like the yellow represents the antibodies that do have the annotation, do have the mutation that you're looking for. For instance, this antibody does have the A24T mutation, and it goes same for all antibodies with yellow bars. And if a black bars, it just represents that the antibodies that do not have this mutation. And then here are all the like the mutation counts, pretty much like how many mutations are in this antibody that this antibody have, and then the right is just the antibody like name, basically. Yeah, and then as for navigations stuff, and you can navigate through all the web pages through the navigation bar. For example, like you can click on the about page, take you to the about page here, and the about page basically just discuss like what's the goal of this website and like the science behind our mission, for example. And then here, it's most likely you're going to see the tutorial video, which you display here. You're just going to go through the how the website works and how to use the tool. And then here's the team page, which just gives a brief bio of all the developers, as well as the team leads and the project stakeholders. And if you have any issues, you could contact us through our emails for each. So you can see here, these are emails for all developers of this website. And then here it's the FAQ, which is just display like the most frequently asked question, as well as some of the solutions. Like if you want to know how to cite this website, you could press this bar and it would display the solution, for example. And then to get back to the home page, you just simply click on the VAXPATH or like the logo on the top left, and it will take you directly back to the home page. Yeah, and with that, thank you. This is the end of our tutorial video, and thank you all for listening.